All right, so the Nintendo conference happened today.
Yes, it did.
I happened to be at work, so I did not get to catch all of it. I got to see
Yep.
all the announcements for the most part. But I'm going to hand it over to Johnny right now. He got to live tweet and watch the whole thing. He's going to give his little review, and then I'm just going to give my impression since I didn't get to actually legitimately watch it. I'm going to go downstairs and watch it after we're done here and talking and wrapping up the podcast. So go ahead, Johnny.
Okay. Nintendo started off with Xenoblade 2.
That's a big game.
Yeah,
Cult
it was-
following there.
It is. I don't know how I feel about it. I think I need a little bit more just to.
Did you not play it on the new
just to
3DS?
watch.
Do you have a new 3DS? Or do you just have a
I just
normal?
have the regular XL.
Oh, okay, cool.
So that was. I mean, we already knew about that. They just showed a little bit of it. Then they had the Pokemon creator come up.
Ooh.
And he said that Pokken tournament's coming.
Oh,
And-
yay.
And then he was like, and I got one more detail to give you.
What's that?
And he said that they are developing a core Pokemon RPG for the
Oh
Switch.
God!
So
Did you
that's-
l's your mind?
That's big news. I did. I was
that's a
excited.
big deal. That's what we were hoping they were going to do the other day.
Yeah.
But I mean, you wouldn't do that before E3. That'd be stupid.
Right. So
Awesome.
that's big news. We get our first standalone game on
Yeah.
Switch.
That's insane. That's like the first console Pokemon game
I think
besides
so.
Stadium and all
Yep.
that. So cool.
And then they came out, showed Kirby.
Ooh,
Showed
Kirby.
Showed a side-scrolling
Classic.
Kirby game. And then they ended it and say with the title of it just now is Kirby.
Just Kirby.
Nothing added to it, and it's a 2018 after it.
Oh, okay. So it's next year.
So we'll see it
Now
sometime
you're a
next
Kirby
year.
fan. You put
I do.
Crystal Shards on your top 10 N64 games. So
I was excited
That's a
about
big deal.
seeing some Kirby. I'd like to get back in that world and
yeah, same.
suck some folks up.
Suck some people's up.
blow 'em out.
Shoot them out. Yeah. Shoot them out. Like
Yep.
stars.
Then big kind of reveal here that they gave. Screen was kind of black. You heard some music. Then a 4 pops up, and everybody's
Oh,
like,
there it
"What's
is.
4?" And you see Metroid Prime come up.
Which-
Metroid Prime for the
It's
Switch.
kind of a cop out. Did they give you like 2018 or anything, or did they just say it's in development?
I think they said in development. Don't get me wrong.
Okay.
They could have put 2018 on there. I don't remember if I
They
did.
did the Kingdom Hearts treatment. We're like, we're finally working on it. Like
Yeah.
kind of like Reggie's like, we haven't forgotten about Metroid.
And
I mean,
that's pretty much it. They,
that's awesome,
They
though.
did that, and then they were kind of done with it. Then they showed a Yoshi title. It's a Yoshi game, and the way that it looks like it's going to, like the big mechanic in it. Each Yoshi game has a mechanic or something in it. This one, whenever it looks like he's ground pounding, and it's switching from your views.
really?
So if your Yoshi is walking on this level and you do you press a certain button, ground pound it, it switches you over, so you're behind it now, and there's different things.
Oh, I
behind
got
it.
you.
So there's 2 different types of levels that you're playing. You're playing the front part of it, and then you can go back and play the other side of it.
Awesome. That sounds like fun.
Yeah, it looked pretty
A little
interesting.
innovative.
It
Does it
kind
have
of
the motion controls or anything?
I
Or?
don't know if it did.
Okay.
It looked kind of cardboard.
Oh, kind of like Woolly World in a way,
Yeah,
but
like
no wool.
cardboardish.
Cardboardy world.
They showed a little bit of Fire Emblem Warriors, which is the Dynasty Warriors game. They did a Hyrule Warriors a while ago.
What'd you think of that?
Honestly, they didn't show too much of it. They just kind of showed you 2 original characters that they created for the game.
Oh, okay.
Didn't really look too interesting. They showed one. They showed 2 from the newest. Sorry, not the newest, but the Conquest and Birthright games. They have 3 characters from that. They're bringing Chrom over from Awakening,
Oh, okay.
and though they didn't really show too much. Kind of what Nintendo's doing. I noticed this last year and then also this year. They do their big reveals first, and then they just kind of do
Big fluff after.
Yeah, they do the fluff. So then they actually, well, I'll get to it in a second, but that's when they kind of show you the gameplay of it a lot more than they will during that little.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
Their
they say
little
that
mini.
they didn't do much gameplay during the main. They just did announcements. Are they going to show Fire Emblem Heroes or?
They did. There's like a 12-minute video.
Oh, okay.
I haven't watched it yet.
Oh,
but,
okay.
Kind of got a little bored during it because it's a little bit more casual and it's just kind of them
Yeah.
sitting around, and then there's a lot of disconnect when you've got the Japanese developers there and then they ask
Yeah, I
them
gotta
questions.
translate.
And,
Yeah, it's kind of like when you watch these conferences and they show those really flashy gameplay demos. Those are more entertaining than when say they're streaming at the end of a conference.
Yeah.
I really don't care as much about that.
So then after that, they did a big. They did show gameplay for a little bit of the Mario Odyssey
Yes, I saw that stuff.
game. That looks great.
Looks really good.
And they finally gave us a release date.
Mm-hmm. And
I
it's
believe that was October 27th.
what other big game is releasing on
Assassin's
the 27th?
Creed.
Oh my god.
Yep.
That sucks.
Yeah, 10/27.
Miyamoto gave Ubisoft a stiff one there. They're like, yeah, you can work with us with the rabbits, but we're gonna release on the Assassin's Creed day. If I was Assassin's Creed, I'd probably to be fair, it's Switch, so
Yeah.
it's probably not gonna hurt them too much.
Yeah, that's true. And then they did show some new amiibos.
Ooh, I did see those. Nah, they were like the main people that you're going to get in Breath of the Wild, right? Like I
Correct.
saw Sora in there and a couple others.
Yeah. They showed that was the part of. I actually skipped that. Sorry about that. They gave Breath of the Wild information.
DLC. Yeah.
They did again show that you can play as Link in Skyrim. We're not playing as Link, but
I think that's cool.
You have his equipment.
Sword. Yeah.
And then they said, here's the DLC. This is the first one. It's the one where you're kind of put out there with no weapons, and as you progress, I believe it's called Master Trials. I believe it's what it's called.
Okay.
But then they reveal their second DLC for it, and the DLC is going to be story based, and you're going to, I believe, play as the Guardians that you were looking for.
That's cool.
So maybe we'll see
Switch
a
it up a
little
little
bit
bit.
more into their story, and you can be a Goron, you can be Azora.
I wonder if they're building a new area or if you're just back on that map again.
I'm not sure. I would hope that. Well, I don't know, because if
you
they
bring
build,
it back in that area, that's gonna be kind of lame.
yeah,
In my opinion.
it could be a little different, but I have a feeling it's just gonna be the same area.
And good luck finding where to go.
So then they dropped those amiibos. Go ahead and pre-order those because they're probably gonna go
they're
quick.
gonna be paper.
Yeah,
You're printing paper if you go pre-order one of those. I got the Majora's Mask one coming here in about a week or two.
nice. Then they did reveal that they're making 2 Metroid amiibos. There's one of Samus and there's one of Metroid.
Yes.
Those look pretty cool.
That sounds cool.
They are making 2 more Fire Emblem ones. They're adding Chrom and Tiki.
There you go.
And then they are doing a one for Mario Odyssey. And a big thing of that, I believe, Bowser has taken Peach and is trying to make a wedding so they can finally
really?
get married or something. So there's one of the amiibos is Bowser in a white wedding outfit with a tuxedo and everything. Mario's in also got the same attire on, and
okay, I
then
gotcha.
Peach in a wedding dress. So those are the amiibos that they showed.
Interesting.
Yep. Then they did release one more game after the conference was, or not the conference, but their spotlight was over, and they are making a 3DS Metroid game.
I saw that.
And
I know,
it's
Landon, you're
from-
probably losing your
It's
mind.
from the developer of Castlevania Mercury's Steam.
Oh my god.
And
That makes me want to get a 3DS again just to just to play that.
And they were showing a little bit of the gameplay, and you used to want to be able to go at 45-degree angles and shoot. It showed you could actually had a full range of motion. The character, Samus would move according to where you were.
I saw
and
that. That was cool.
contort her body to do that.
It's a cool looking game.
It does look cool. They said it's kind of a remake of the second one.
Oh, okay. Metroid 2, which was a Game Boy game, I believe.
Correct. So
So-
it's kind of a remake of that, but that's pretty much all they kind of did. It was a big a big spotlight in terms of things that are coming out later.
I saw they're doing some indie games and stuff, right?
I
saw Rocket League was
they
on
added
there for a
Rocket League,
second.
also crossplay in Rocket League,
Crossplay.
and I know
that's awesome.
I know Xbox was looking at that.
Yeah, because you got that with Minecraft.
And they were also doing that, I believe, with they wanted to do that with Rocket League as well. So
How about cross-buy? That'll never
Yeah,
happen. I wish that was the case.
But yeah, that's pretty much all they kind of did.
Now, what games are we getting this year out of those that they showed? You got Odyssey, is Fire Emblem Heroes coming out? Okay. Anything else that they showed today, or Xenoblade that's not confirmed yet?
I think Xenoblade comes out this year.
Oh, does it? Wow.
And then Pokken Tournament comes out
Pokken Tournament.
in a month or 2.
Super fun.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, what did you think of that conference? I know you've seen the other ones. I'm not going to rate it because it's not fair for me to give it a rating if I didn't watch it. But hey, you saw all the other conferences. How does this one stack up?
I'm gonna rate it a 7.
A 7? That's solid.
I liked their reveals for the future. I felt like there was a lot of them though. Which, if you think about it, Switch has only been out, what, 3 months?
Yeah.
So it's still kind of an early development.
I'm surprised you didn't see like no Super Smash Brothers or anything like that.
I was wondering if they'd port that over.
Virtual console,
No
nothing.
word on Virtual Console. So
It's a tough one, man. It's a tough.
I feel like that was actually one of the things I wanted to say in that I wrote down on one of my other pieces of paper. But I think Switch needs that.
Yeah, it needs it now. I mean, that's like the perfect game for it. Portability, and being able to use those Joy Cons. You could play some Super Smash real quick.
Yeah.
So I gave it a 7. That's pretty solid. I mean, I think in terms of reveals, sounds like they have some of the more surprising games. Like I didn't expect to see a Yoshi or a Kirby game, or more or less Metroid Prime being announced. That's like a huge freaking deal. So that's awesome, man. I like it. So there it is, E3 2017. Take it how it is. Now,